Hi, good evening, my dear students. Myself Shihabuddin, your social science teacher. Okay, first of all, I welcome you all to the social science class. Today, I would like to take the first chapter from geography on page number 144. Page number 144, you can see the first chapter, that is Europe, the peninsula of Asia. Okay, Europe, peninsula of Asia. So in this chapter we are going to study in detail about Europe. Okay, we already in previous classes we studied that in our earth we can see there are 7 continents are there. Can you say the names of the continents? Yes, someone is telling. What is that? Asia, Africa, yes, North America, South America, Europe, Antarctica, Australia. Okay, so these are the 7 continents of the world. Okay, and when we study about Europe, Europe is the 6th largest continent in the world, and you might have known that Asia is the biggest continent and it has the highest population in the world. Okay, and many countries are located in Asian continent, whereas in Europe we can see there are 56 countries are there in European continent. Okay, and when we look at the location of Europe on the globe, we can see the location of Europe is in between 10 degree west and 60 degree east longitude and 36 degree north and 72 degree north of latitude. Okay, this is the location of Europe. So you may ask what is meant by longitude and latitude. Okay, you might have studied what is latitude and longitude in previous classes. Anyhow, I shall repeat you what is meant by latitude and longitude. First of all, take latitude. Okay, so here you can see the globe and the middle line is known as equator. Okay, so the imaginary line passing from east to west, or in other words we can say the horizontal lines passing through the globe is known as latitude. Okay, I shall repeat once again. The imaginary lines passing from east to west on the globe is known as what? A latitude. Okay, actually there are in northern hemisphere there are 90 latitudes are there, and in south also 90 latitudes are there. When we add 90 plus 90, we will be getting total 180 latitudes, and we want to include equator also as a main latitude, okay, or prime latitude. So total we will be getting 181 latitudes. Okay, that is about latitude. And latitudes are using to measure or to assess the temperature of a region. The temperature of a region. Okay, then let us go to longitude now. Okay, so the longitude are the vertical lines passing from north to south. Okay, the lines passing from north to south is known as longitude, or in other words we can say the vertical lines passing through the globe is known as what? Yes, longitude. Okay, so longitude is mainly used to measure or to calculate the time of a region. Okay, so both latitude and longitude are very much useful for us to understand the temperature, to understand the time of the region. Okay, so every day we have 24 hours. Okay, so 12 hours the half time of the world is maybe during the night time, and half time maybe daytime. Okay, now we can see this is the one side of the globe, and another side we can see the opposite. Suppose if it is daytime here, it will be night time in the opposite. Okay, and when we go to Europe, let us come back to Europe once again. And in Europe, many interesting things are there. Three countries, namely Norway, Finland, and Sweden. These countries are known as the Scandinavian countries of Europe, and these are located on the northernmost part of Europe, and it is very cold region. Okay, and another important thing, the Finland, Sweden, and Norway are the highly educated countries of the world, the number one educated countries in the world, especially Finland. Finland is highly number one, the toppest educational country in the world. The reason is nothing but they are not spending any money on defense. Okay, they are mainly depositing the money, their all the domestic product or the whole finance of the country, they are spending for education and health only. Whereas when we come to our country, our country is spending lot of money in the expense of defense with the neighboring countries. Okay, they don't have that much enemies, or they are not spending money on defense. Okay, and they are keeping good relationship with their neighboring countries. Okay, so this is also a good lesson for us in order to improve our country. Okay, and another interesting thing about Norway is known as the land of midnight sun. Norway is also known as the land of midnight sun. What is the reason is Norway is located on the northernmost part of the Europe or the globe. Okay, and equator is passing through the middle part of the earth, and we can see the sun is here, and as a result equator is getting direct sunlight from the sun, whereas it will take long time. It is very far away from the sun to the polar region, both north and south. Okay, in southern region, human beings are not inhabited. In northern frigid zone, we can see the presence of human beings. Okay, people are living in northern frigid zones. Okay, in Greenland, you might have heard about a country called Greenland, and they are making houses inside the ice. They are known as Eskimos. Okay, so in Norway, because of the slanting position of the earth, the position of the earth is slanted, and due to this problem, 6 months continuously we can see a daytime in world. 6 months continuous day in Norway. Okay, there we can't see the sunset, and coming 6 months it will be completely night. Okay, so it is very interesting and fascinating for us. Okay, and that is about Norway. And when we discuss about the countries of Europe, we can say many countries. I told you earlier there are 56 countries are there in Europe. For example, UK, United Kingdom, or we call it as Great Britain, then France, Italy, Germany, and the Scandinavian countries like Norway, Finland, Sweden, okay, Ireland, Poland. Many countries we can see, in many small countries we can see in the European countries. Okay, so that is about the political case of Europe. Okay, and due to these political divisions, many political divisions we can see, many countries we can see, and each countries has their own languages. Okay, European speaks mainly English, Spanish, French, German, okay, Italian. Many languages are spoken by the Europeans. Okay, so their culture is entirely different from Asia. Okay, and moreover, they are very hardworking people, and majority of the world was once upon a time it was controlled by the Europeans. Okay, in history we might have studied these things. Europeans made many colonies in Asia, including India, Africa, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, like that. Many countries were colonies of Europeans, especially Britain, France, Holland, or we call it as Dutch. Okay, Germany, many countries. Okay, they made many colonies throughout the world. Okay, and they were fighting each other in order to conquer the world. Okay, as a result, we studied Vasco da Gama came to India. Okay, in order to conquer India, and they exploited our natural wealth and people. Okay, so I hope you understood about this chapter, Europe, the peninsula of Asia. Okay, and Europe and Asia is separated by a mountain called Ural Mountain. Asia and Europe is separated by a mountain called Ural Mountain. Okay, and when we see the boundaries of Europe, on the north we can see a sea called Barents Sea. Barents in the north, and in the west we can see the Atlantic Ocean, and in the south we can see the Mediterranean Sea, and in the east it is Asia. Okay, and when we take the Russia, Russia is a big country. Okay, Russia is big country, and majority part of Russia is in Asian continent, and some part of Russia is located in Europe. Such countries in Russia is known as Eurasia. Eurasia. Okay. And another thing, both Europe and Russia, both Europe and Asia is known as Eurasia. Okay, don't be confused. Eurasia and Eurasia. Eurasia means the part of some countries are in Europe. Such countries are known as Eurasia. The part of Russia is in Europe. Such countries are known as Eurasia. Both Europe and Asia, European and Asian continents together we call it as Eurasia. I hope you understood this part. Okay, and please read this chapter, Europe, Peninsula of Asia, and you may get more, you can explore many ideas about this chapter, and in coming sessions I shall explain more about this chapter. Till then, take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.